Hi there, welcome to CodeFramer. In this video, we are going to continue exploring different operations that can be performed on lists. I recommend you to practice along with me to deepen your understanding. In this video, we will continue to code in Jupyter Notebook. So let us start. We can loop through the Python list, and perform different operations on the items stored in the list. For example, if you want to loop through the list A, then we can say, for items in list A, colon. And then we can print the items. We will learn about for loops during the looping statements video in future, but for now, it is sufficient to understand that the list items can be accessed and manipulated by looping through all the items using for loop. As you can see in the result, all the items from the list are printed. The for loop will access each element in the list one by one, and print it accordingly. Looping through list items is an operation that we will use a lot during various algorithms and logic development in future. I hope that the concept is clear. Let us move forward. We can use conditional statements to find the existence of an item in the list, and based on the result, we can perform different operations or take any other logical decision. For example, we have a list which stores names of a few subjects, like maths, physics, chemistry. If you want to check the existence of subject maths in the list, then we can say, if maths in double quotes, in list B, then print, yes, mathematics exist in the list. Else, print, it doesn't. When we execute this conditional statement, yes, mathematics is in the list is printed as the result. This is because, when the interpreter finds the existence of the word, maths, in the list, then the conditional statement returns true, and due to which, subsequent print statement is executed. If we change the subject to biology, then the result is, it doesn't. Since biology is not part of the list item, else block is executed. I hope that the concept is clear. Let us move forward. We can find the total number of items in a list using len function. So if we pass a list as an argument to the len function, then it will return the total number of items in the list. As you can see, since there are 3 items available in list B, which are maths, physics, and chemistry, the len function returns 3 as the result. Now for example, if we add one more subject in the list, computer science, and execute the len function again, then it will return 4 as the result. I hope that the concept is clear. Now let us have a look at some of the methods that list offers. In order to append new items into the list, we can use the append method. For example, if we have a list C, which stores names of some of the programming languages, which are Java, Python, and C. Now if you want to append JavaScript as the last item of the list, then we can write, list C, dot, append, round brackets, and inside the round brackets, we can write JavaScript in double quotes. If you execute this statement, then JavaScript will be added as the last element in the list. I hope that this is clear. Practice a little more to get comfortable with the append method, because it is extensively used in creating different logics and algorithms. Let us move forward. We can also insert an item at a particular position in the list. This can be done using insert method. The insert method expects 2 arguments. First argument is the position at which the data is to be inserted, and the second argument is the data itself. For example, if you want to insert C++ at position 2, then we can write, name of the list, which is list C, dot, insert, round bracket, and then the first argument which is index 2, which denotes the position of the list where data will be inserted, and then the second argument, C++ in double quotes. When this statement is executed, C++ will be inserted at the second index position of the list. Similarly, we can insert any item at any available index position in the list. Also remember one point, that the insert method will keep inserting the data into the list, if the statement is executed multiple times. So as you can see, since the insert statement was executed multiple times, C++ was inserted 4 times into the list. We can also remove items from the list by using the remove method. For example, if we want to remove C++ from the list, then we can write name of the list, which is list C, dot, remove, round brackets, and then we can write C++ in double quotes. If you print the statement, then the remove method will remove the first occurrence of C++ string in the list. Similarly, if you keep executing the remove method, then it will continue to remove other occurrences of C++ from the list. I hope that the concept is clear. Let us move forward. We can remove the last item of a list by using the pop method. For example, if we execute list C with the pop method, then it will remove the last item of the list. In this case, JavaScript is removed from the list because it was the last item. I hope that you noticed something here, that the append and pop method are quite opposite in nature. The append method adds data as the last list item in the list, and pop method removes data from the last list item in the list. If we execute the pop method one more time, then as you can see, the C language is also removed from the list. And now we are only left with Java and Python in the list. We can also delete an item from the list by using the del keyword, so if we want to remove the item at index 1, then we can write del name of the list, which is list C, square bracket, 0. So as you can see in the result, we are left only with Python, because the first element of the list was removed by the del keyword, which was Java. We can also delete a complete list using the del keyword. For example, we have a list called list D, which stores few fruits like apple, banana, and orange. Now if we write del, and then the name of the list, which is list D, then the entire list will be deleted. After executing the del keyword on the list, if you print the list, then the interpreter will return, the list is not defined error. I hope that the del keyword functionality is clear. We can also clear the items of a list without deleting the complete list, by using the clear method. For example, if we want to clear all the items in list E, then we can write name of the list, which is list E, dot, clear, round brackets. Now if you print this list, then it will simply return an empty list, because the clear method removes all the elements of the list. I hope that these concepts are clear. Play around a little more with these methods, to convert your understanding into experience. These methods are going to be extremely handful during various logic developments in future. Now let us move forward and see how the items of any list can be copied into another list. Here we can use the copy method. For example, my_a_list stores certain characters, like A, B, and C. Now if you want to copy this list to another list, which is called my_b_list, then we can write my_b_list equals my_a_list dot copy, and then round brackets to invoke the copy method. This will copy the item from my_a_list to my_b_list. The reason to use a copy method is that once the items of a list are copied to another list, then any changes made on the new list will have no impact on the old list. So basically, using the copy method, we are creating a new list with its own items, but the items are copied from another list. By the way, a list can be copied just by giving an equal operator. Then what could be the difference between copying a list using the copy method and copying a list using an equal operator? If you already have this question in your mind, then I am extremely happy, because being a developer, it is extremely important to question things. It really helps in deepening the understanding. Now let us have a quick look about the difference between copying the list in these two methods. Let us first understand on what happens when we copy a list using an equal operator. For example, if we have an old list, which contains certain items, and now we copy this old list to a new list, using the equal operator. This will successfully copy all the items from the old list to the new list. But the problem here is, if you make any changes in the new list, then the same changes will be reflecting in the old list as well. This is because, when we copy a list using an equal operator, the interpreter simply points or references the data of old list to the new list, and hence, whenever a change is made in any of the list, then it reflects in both the lists. To avoid this behavior, we can use the copy method, because while using the copy method, the interpreter will not reference the data of the old list to the new list, but instead, it will copy the elements of the old list, and create separate data for the new list. Since the new list has its own data, which is copied from the old list, any modification made on the data of a particular list will not impact the data of the other list. I hope you have understood the difference between copying a list using an equal operator and the copy method. You must always expect such tricky questions in interviews. So I highly recommend you to try copying the list in these two methods, and see the difference for yourself. If you have any questions or doubts regarding this concept, then post it in the comments, I will surely answer. I will stop the video now, in order to keep the video length in control. We still have a lot of fascinating stuff to explore about lists in Python. If you like this video, then hit the like button, share it with other code lovers, and hit the subscribe button to support the channel. I'll see you soon in the next video, and until then, happy learning.